Welcome to Mini Grant Reboot, not your mother's mini grant. This session hopes to provide you some feedback on some of the changes to the mini grant process here at the Office of Outcomes Assessment at Johnson County Community College. First, some of the changes that have gone on. Budgets for mini grants can now be up to $750. We have a new kind of progress report on the assessment initiatives that are due after 1 year. This is 1 year from the time that you receive the funds, not 1 year from the time that you request the funds. There's also a rolling submission deadline now, the 15th of each month. We're going to talk a little bit now about some of the different activities that mini grants can fund, and I'm going to use the cycle of assessment as pictured here with question, plan, collect and score, analyze and discuss, and act and report as a way to talk about where in the cycle you can incorporate mini grant funding. So let's start with defining your assessment question. One good way to go about even starting the whole process is having a department retreat. You all can discuss what is the most burning question you have of assessment that you would like to possibly work around, develop your assessment plans, etc. You can use assessment money at this point for things like assessment literature, either specific to your discipline or general assessment literature. You can bring in a guest speaker or consultant, and you can also go to conferences. An example is the math department. They requested funding for 2 members of the department to attend a discipline-specific conference that had an assessment track. When they got back, they shared their experiences with the department, and they also presented at the fall professional development days. In planning your assessment activities, you can do things like assessment tools, proprietary tests, scantrons, software, hardware such as cameras, scanners, computer equipment. These are ways that mini grants monies can also support your assessment activities. The example I'll use here is Practical Nursing, who purchased a hard drive to hold multiple sections of their video recordings of student interaction in their simulation labs. The records were reviewed by faculty later on using a rubric to evaluate student performance. They used those rubrics over time to make decisions about changes to the curriculum. In the collect and score stage of assessment, you can schedule again a retreat to score the results of the assessment that happened. You can use funds to hire a student to help with data input for very large projects. You cannot pay faculty members to do anything related to assessment, adjuncts or full-time faculty, but again, you can hire students for that purpose. My example here is the English department. They scheduled a retreat to review and cross-score written assignments using a rubric that had been developed by the department. In the analyze and discuss stage, again, departmental or faculty retreats, cross-collaboration exercises, a guest speaker and consultants. The example here is that the Service Learning scheduled a retreat that included faculty from multiple disciplines and brought in a guest speaker in service learning initiatives to kind of spur their debate and help them work out a rubric that they could use across multiple disciplines. In the stage of acting and reporting, this is a good time to sit down and determine what your next steps are and where a mini grant might be helpful. Again, this may include things like traveling to report your findings at regional or national meetings, purchasing of resources for curriculum changes, and retreats for planning purposes. Several of our people here at the college have presented assessment findings at regional and national conferences. Kay King, myself, Jane Zaccardi, Susan Pettyjohn, Bill Robinson, and that's just a few of very many. Again, mini grant funds are available for that purpose. So, what we would like you to do now is apply. We have mini grant funding available, and like I said, this is a rolling deadline, so you can find the mini grant applications on the Outcomes Assessment blog, which is blogs@jcc.edu/outcomesassessment. And on that blog site you will find applications. You can contact the office, we'll send you the application, or you can also look on InfoShare under Outcomes Assessment. We're hoping that you will apply soon. Thank you.